Okay, that looks fine. Okay. I think I've got everything now. Probably should shut down the stream so I don't lose any unnecessary frames. And that's that. Let's go. Oh, greetings, Laxfire. I'm actually not running Bashi. At least not currently. I need a way to fixate this cable. Whoops. Oh, that should do. Oh, Luigi Meister, do you happen to be there? I found an interesting new way to softlock the game. It's nothing special, so it won't concern you in the run though. Simply interesting. You simply soft reset and then start a new game. And then as soon as you should get control over your character, you don't. Which is quite strange. I do not know whether this has any benefits. I don't think so. But maybe. That's one. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's two. That's three. Oh. That's four. That's five. Since you happen to be here, that's six. I need a minimum of six, and I take one more. That's seven. Just to make sure I really get the weapon level up before the Water Palace. I disagree with watching the monster before attacking. One more. Oh, great. I messed that up. This pretty much negates the crit I got. Critical hits in this game are interesting. They ignore your enemy's defense and do double damage. Since the Anteater didn't have any defense, it didn't matter for that part, but double damage is always nice. However, crits are fairly rare in this game, at least if you don't force them via spell. Oh. Walking, very difficult in this game. Not really, but I'm still not used to using gamepads anymore. That's one. Oh wow. That's two. That's optimal. Oh, if he didn't attack me afterwards. That's three. That was dumb with my hand. What I meant with optimal is, or was, when you stand up, you usually do another slash by default. Meaning, the stand-up slash does not cost you any energy, and standing up and then slashing the enemy is a little bit faster than slashing them twice. At least that's what I think it is. Second slot it is. Saving and resetting here is a little bit faster, because you skip a little bit of dialogue and don't have to walk all the way outside. Very convenient. Greetings down. That's one. That's two. That's three. I need a total of 11 enemies to level up my spear to level 1. Also, currently I am only level 2 and most enemies are level 2 or higher, which means I get full weapon experience from every enemy I slash. So it doesn't matter which one I kill, I still get full weapon experience. That's unfortunate. If you slash the bee while landing twice, it's actually pretty quick to kill him afterwards. Now I need 2 more on the way, 2 enemies more. That's nice. I will take these 2. Oh. Also, those plats can balloon you. If you've ever played this game, you probably experienced this. They are really not nice enemies. Oh. That was clunky of me. Should have done this better. Uh-oh. I should have simply run past them, I think. But my first instinct is to simply slash them. Also, wait here for the green blob to appear, so I can get past him. Those 2 I always kill, because I can get them together. Oh, I thought he would do that. And kill them together. Yeah, the enemies can stun-lock you to death, that's pretty annoying. That's pretty much the most annoying part about this game. But you can do more or less the same to them, so it's kind of fair, I don't know. But it's true, especially the 2 wolves I'm going to fight later are, in my opinion, the most difficult enemies in the game to handle. This should get me to level 2 spear. Yeah, exactly. That's optimal. Going to switch weapon before I forget it. Setting up the item glitch. And a different glitch to me. I buy a candy and I buy a magical herb. Then I go into my ring menu, inspect those 2 items, set the pointer to the herb, sell the herb. The pointer is now on the candy, sell the candy. The pointer is now still on the second slot, which is empty, and so I sell basically nothing, which turns into blats. I have to sell those 24 times total. And yes, those 2 wolves are incredibly annoying. It's pretty insane. I still have not figured out a solid strategy to beat them. If I cannot get them to stun lock and then hit them properly, I'm going to have a bad time. Also, I'm going to set up another glitch here. Before I sell the last blood, I'm going to buy 2 cups of wishes. Now I'm going to sell the last blood. Now I'm going to buy 4 more cups of wishes. I can do this because the game does not know that I already have 2 Cups of Wishes because it stops checking after the second slot, which is empty. And a bit later, in half a minute in fact, I will be setting up another glitch, which hopefully gets me 12 Cup of Wishes total. We will see. Okay, let's see. Walk against this wall, and then we go into the equip menu. Equip as normal, and then trash this item before unequipping it, which activates another glitch, and now hopefully I have a total of 12 Cups of Wishes. It's a little bit random whether I get it, but best case scenario I get 12 Cups of Wishes, which is pretty much the standard. Worst case scenario I have now 4 Cups of Wishes total instead of 6 I bought. And sometimes it happens, simply nothing happens, so to speak. Also, interestingly enough, it's quicker to go around here than go back inside and go around to talk to them. That's because 2 screen transitions don't make up for the added path I have to take. Thank you, Luigi Meister. Okay, now for the Tropical. He's a little bit random. As in, he is so precise, it's very difficult to get him optimally. You want to hit him at a point where after you slash him, he does not bury anymore. Another option is... I hit him too early there and didn't do any damage. Another option is you can slash him just before he dives in again. However, this bears the risk that he will, as soon as he... that's optimal. This bears the risk that as soon as he comes up again the next spot, he will dive immediately and you cannot do any damage to him. Wow. That's really lucky to get a crit there. That was really lucky. A bit sloppy on my execution, however, I was really lucky, so that's nice. I wonder how he knows that the palace is sealed with lava. I mean, the Tropical only just broke out of there and it wasn't open until just now. Oh well. Mysteries or video game logic. Also, you can advance text with every single button, which is why I randomly hit some of them, and usually hit L and R. But hitting L and R constantly is quite tedious. Okay. Time to set up the sprite. And my second controller. I forgot again. I have to. Oops, that was wrong. What I do here is I invert the controls for the second controller. So now I can hold him upside down and it's perfectly normal, so to speak. It's more convenient to hold it like this. At least for me it is. Oh, come on, little sprite body. There was no flower here, which is unfortunate. Right now I want to be in the lead with the sprite. Because last hitting gives you the full weapon experience. Not getting the last hit will only yield half the weapon experience. So that's why I want to last hit with the boy, to get the sword to level 2 as quickly as possible. Also, in here I will kill one more rat, well, Chopping Hood technically, than necessary to get the sprite to level 2. It doesn't help a whole lot, however, it helps a little bit to survive the 2 wolves. Also, I'm going to buy a ribbon here. The ribbon is the weakest hair, the weakest head item for the girl. However, wearing anything is considerably better than wearing nothing in any slot. Oops. Also, barrels are incredibly good. Well, let's hope it works. Oh, he sniped me. That was... I'm going to heal right now. Because that seems to be the same thing to do. I'm going to spam attack now and hope they get hit on the same, well, frame. Oh. Nice. I'm always happy when I can finally kill them. Also, I do not care about the name of the girl. Which is why she will be named A. Actually, mostly because I'm used to this letter. Also, it saves frames whenever she is mentioned, to have her as short name as possible. Which is why it's actually not particularly clever to name the boy and the sprite anything more than one letter. But I think I can still improve way more than those few frames I lose. So I allow myself this little joy, so to speak. Also, I'm going through the flowers here despite having to slash them. Speaking of, wrong way. I should equip the girl. I always forget this somehow. Before I get Also want the last hit with the boy. Oh, come on. He should be... Ah, never mind then. I want to last hit a few more enemies than usually necessary, because I'm going to skip one eye. Other runners don't, so to speak, or more like other... Luigi Meister doesn't. Wow. I'm having trouble talking right now. Come on, lady. Also, it's not always clever to run diagonally, because the AI loves to get stuck when you run diagonally. Also, you can technically walk past this eye, however it's quite a chore, so slashing it is easier. Also, you need some weapon experience anyway for the boy, so this goes along. Stop hitting her. Thank you. Well, the girl is almost dead. I will actually abuse this. No, don't slash the sprite. Oh my god. The sprite is not supposed to die. Actually, don't care which one survives. But one of them has to die. The reason for this is pretty simple. Now I only have to use 2 barrels for the upcoming section. Well, technically you don't have to use barrels here. However, you don't want to mess with those 2 wolves. You quite simply don't. It's that simple. If you could get past those optimally, it actually loses time if you use barrels. However, it's so much more convenient. Also, ghosts cannot get stuck on enemies. However, they also cannot run. Activating the second controller here. I hope... I have to see whether... Yeah, he got his skill up. That's pretty important to get, for the boy to get his skill up. What? Oh, greetings. I am not playing Boshi. Yeah, not quite. A Fabka, my dear. Welcome, I guess. I'm going to use an interesting lich to hopefully beat this boss without any trouble, so to speak. Sometimes he cooperates, sometimes he doesn't. Let's see. Please don't hit him. And he does not want to cooperate. So he simply flies away. Okay. I stand in his face with the barrel. Hang on. That's wrong. I stand in his face with the barrel, so he will not fly away. And because I have the barrel, it does not do any damage to me. And I can still control the boy. Or more like this. And he's dead. Pretty simple. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you if you expected Boshi. I'm currently more interested in running Secret of Mana. But in any case, thank you for coming by, and have a nice evening if you're going to leave immediately. Oh, come on, old lady. You have to open both chests to get sent outside. We don't really need the 50 gold, however, it sets the flag that we picked up both chests. So it's kind of important to get those. Deactivating the second controller again. Relatively soon you will see another use of the overcharge glitch. Also, the AI is pretty stupid. Always gets stuck everywhere. Which is why an actual co-op run with 3 players is so much faster. The current 3-player co-op record does not use the newest skip, which saves roughly 20 minutes. However, it's still considerably faster than the normal run, so to speak. Switching to the whip, so I can get past this gap. And let's hope the fish don't do any dumb stuff. Oops. You can run past these fish just like this. However, those are pretty nasty to get past. Well, just like this. Okay, I got it now. Have to switch weapon here. Equip the sword with the gold. Switch with the boy. Switch back to the boy. And then hopefully simply one-shot him. And deactivate the second controller again. Activating it again to run outside later. Because I'm going to do a little skip here. Well, never mind. I just messed it up. The boy couldn't walk, so I have to get back. I'm going to do the skip regularly now. Setting it up here, then walking into the cutscene. Now I'm talking to Undine at the entrance. It only saves a little bit of time, but it saves a little time. Obviously I just lost it by not executing it properly. Also, it looks quite funny. They are now talking to fish. I don't think they are pleased. The reason I wanted to have the second controller active is because the boy is now in front of the door. And switching quick enough to him before the fish attack is not always easy. Especially if those controllers where the select and start button are pretty cramped. Now for the second time going into Gaia's level. We have to get there a total of 3 times more. No flower here, that's nice. But they don't want to let the rabbit live. Poor little rabbit. Also, I forgot to split. Too bad. Also, yes, it's intentional that I hold my second controller upside down. Secret of Mana allows you to invert the D-pad, so it's technically normal. I'm using it to walk around sporadically, and in the last area I even use it to run around with two controllers through the fortress. Technically it would also be faster in various other places, however I did not practice this yet. I only recently started running Secret of Mana. Also, last time I ran this game, the Fire Gygas quite simply crushed me. Switching to the sprite, because I need him or her, whatever, to run through the next area, because he has currently the whip equipped, which is really useful here, if I don't mess it up. Oh, he didn't get frosted on the left, but I got past anyways. Also, yes, those are snowmen. Snowmen have the useful, what's it called, attribute that the AI quite simply ignores any enemy that is a snowman. And since the AI really has trouble with getting past or running past enemies, that's really useful. Also here I'm going to walk a little bit too far to the left to despawn the enemies on this part. Because there can only be 3 enemies total on the screen at any given point. Switching characters because I want to be the boy. On the boss, running through. And running through. Which activates the boss cutscene. Well, the intro to the boss. Also, you can mash text with any button on the controller, which is why I usually hit L and R and, well... Come on. I'm still not quite used to the menuing, so that's a bit slow. Well, and he didn't want to play along. Really sad. What I'm doing there is I keep the charge, the overcharge charge, so to speak. And didn't kill him. That's unfortunate. It could kill the sprite, and it does. Which means I have to release the button here and get the sprite up. I will actually get both of those up, just for security. Also, I dropped the overcharge, which you can keep if you do it right. And I missed. Okay, finally. You can one-shot him if you get a proper charge attack, however that's not as easy as it may look, because you have to handle 2 controllers. Also, he sometimes can simply be a dick and chain combo you, so you will die no matter what, which happened to my last run. I could technically here activate the magic rope and talk to this guy or to the mana seed at the entrance like I did with Undine. However, because of how the characters actually walk, it is not faster. I would have to use the magic rope a second time to get to the entrance because I would be stuck in the wall. Because of this cutscene, as you can see, The girl and the boy and the sprite will walk a considerable distance towards the bottom, which would put me behind the entrance. Also, I don't have any candy anymore, which is a bit of a concern. Not yet, but it's going to take quite a while until I can restock. And that's a perfect example of the great AI. As soon as you start running, the AI goes crazy and sometimes goes in the weirdest directions. For the second time we have to walk up here. And we will have to walk up once more later. It's really annoying walking up with 3 characters, because they get stuck everywhere. Come on, guys. Don't pick flowers. And we head over to Pandora. The Pandora ruins are quite interesting. It is considerably fast to run through them with 3 human players. However, using 2 controllers at once does not cut it, because you cannot run, or I cannot run, if I'm using 2 controllers simultaneously to walk. Also, before I forget it, going for frost weapons again. I believe the sprite didn't get it, but we will see. No, sprite didn't get it. Not a problem though. Also, you want to be the girl in this cutscene, because she will be the furthest or the nearest to the door. And the other 2 have to walk up the stairs. It's also quite interesting. 1/3 of the whole speedrun plays in the first area. And there's a perfect example of the great AI. Come on, guys. Also, I want to activate the sword, and then slash it once. Hopefully we can get past it. I hoped for it to get frosted. However, it didn't happen, so bad luck, I guess. It's only a chance to frost an enemy, even if you hit him. The first requirement is obviously to hit them, which in itself isn't too easy sometimes. Whenever you run, the AI will actually... Oh. The AI will try to keep up and run along. Damn. That's one fierce guy. He does not usually attack me, actually. In fact, this is the first time I got attacked by this Checkmaster, or however he is called in this game. I didn't bother to check this. Also, right now I have the wrong character selected. I should be the boy into the cutscene, because right after the cutscene the fight will start with the wall. So I use this instead and will run up to the boss, as in actually run with the A button, and then switch to the boy and then start charging after using the menu. Because I do not want to waste time with charging up weapon after slash. Let's see if it works. No, didn't. Also, it's quite dangerous to use only 2 characters here. Because I don't have a meat shield, so to speak. The left eye is dead. And now I have to heal the boy. I technically don't have to, but it's way more safe. Okay, he is dead. Also, yes, that's lag. That's why it fades so slowly. This game has, for the most part, really good lag management, and in normal gameplay, for the most part, you don't realize it. Only in 2 towns it's quite significant enough. Also, for some reason, whenever you have 2 controllers active, the second controller will get to advanced attacks, which is quite strange. The weapon charge glitch works as in, I have the spear only on level 1, as in, the game thinks I can only charge up the spear to level 1. And I can charge up the sword to level 2. So I charge up the sword to level 2, in essence, and then switch to the spear with the second controller. And it overcharge, which means every single frame, the game will increase my charge level by 1, which is quite significant. Also want to be the girl because she has the sword here. You can also use the overcharge glitch with... I just had to think there. You can also use the overcharge glitch with an AI control character. In the way you tell the AI to charge up to level 2 in the... what's it called? The menu where you tell him how to behave. I really don't know how to call it. And then, after he charged up to level 2, you tell him to only charge up to level 1. Which is what I use for the Spiky Tiger, to kill him in 1 shot. It is a bit faster for 1 hit, however, controlling the overcharge is usually more... is usually better, if you can actually control what you are doing with the overcharge. Also, I want to be the boy here. And do not run here. Now run. Because the AI loves to get stuck in the doorway for some reason. Also, this is the only track in the whole game I don't particularly like. Every other music track is quite amazing. Also, yes, you had to wait for that long. Charging up and then using the second control. Switching the weapon twice. And then simply attacking. Well, that was unfortunate. He can do that. He can simple Moogle you. Which means you have to heal up and do the same thing again. If I had a different attack, it's quite random. Well, not really. Also, he has... Hit him! Oh my god. He should be dead by now. I think. Come on, die already! Oh, I'm going to die if I keep doing this. I thought he only had 800 HP, but apparently I'm wrong. Well, that's how you lose time in this game. You don't manage the game properly, so to speak. I apologize for playing so badly. He moogled her again, instantly. Could you please stop that? Moogling doesn't hold for too long, however. It's faster to cure it, usually. Oh my god. Could you please hit? Oh, that was not a good performance on my end. You can simply one-shot kill Roy if you get a good attack. And last time the girl simply one-shot him. Well, I made my first attack and the girl simply killed him afterwards. Which is why I thought he only had around 800 HP. Well, lesson learned. I should keep the overcharge attack there. Also, we are almost outside the first area, finally. Really. I don't run here, because they will always get stuck in the... what's it called? There's a bee. They will always get stuck behind the rock in the water. Come on, guys. Thank you. Switching back to the boy because I'm going to fight another boss fight soon. He does not usually get in the way. This fish. Also, sometimes you can simply run past this, but sometimes those frogmen simply want to mess you up. It's kind of random. Also, as you will see, maybe see soon, the Jabberwocky has an incredibly large hitbox. If I can execute it correctly. Oh. Like this. I do a normal slash and hit him from there. The maximum damage you can do, by the way, is 999, and most bosses have enough defense to reduce that number. Also, you have to talk to the Seed first, and then talk to Luca, and then talk to Gemma. The reason why you can hit him from this far is your slashing hitbox, as in the sword or spear or any melee weapon for that reason, has an increased range, or actually the hitbox is doubled, as opposed to regular play, which is why it's different to fight bosses than it is to fight regular enemies. Also, the next boss is called the No Hitbox Bird, because he is actually on a... what's it called? He has a different hate level, and the higher the difference is in hate level, the harder it is to hit him. Which means hitting the next boss is incredibly random. You can one-shot him, and I believe in my last run I did. However, it's really, really random. Also, you have to talk here to any of those... what are those called? Moogles? I think they're called Moogles in this game. Anyone will do. And so you simply pick one on the way, which activates the event that you have to slay the hedgehogs. Wow. The next enemies. I'm not good in talking, sadly. Also here I want a very specific attack. 1/2 more, and I think I got it. Yes, I want exactly this attack. Well, I missed. As mentioned earlier, it is more or less random which attack you get. However, we have certain checkpoints we can see and know which attack will come out. However, getting the specific attack is a 1 frame thing. 1 frame is 1/60th of a second, so it's pretty tight timing, so to speak. Also, I will switch character here every single time, because they will cast on the first character confusion or silence every single time. Silence actually inverts your controls, as in up is down, down is left, left is right, etc. Come on, guys. Don't take him with you. And no hitbox bird incoming. The second control is mostly to control the overcharge glitch, and later in the game it is used for setting up some skips. I could not do this here, controlling the overcharge with only one controller. I missed. I missed. Hit, please! Please! No! Hit him, please! That's what I mean. It's incredibly hard to hit, random to hit him. It's not even hard, actually. It's quite simply random. At least he's not casting like a maniac this time. Also, I will have to heal here. Because this would have killed me. Not too bad. And I already used 4 of those Cups of Wishes, which is why I made more or less, so to speak. Hit him, please. Come on. Using magic would be slower, quite simply because you can one-shot him, if you're lucky. The sprite hit him, which is actually bad. The main reason why it's bad when the sprite is hitting your enemies, since I have time. The main reason why it's bad when the sprite is hitting your enemies, you can hit bosses only once per turn. Oh my god, I messed it up. Okay, let's try it again. Also, interestingly enough, when silenced, as in Confusion, your menu is inverted as well, which is quite strange. Missed again. Wow! Come on, hit him already. He's now on a high ground, I cannot hit him anyways. Are you kidding me? I have not had this much bad luck in a long time. I'm not even running this game since a long time. I actually don't know whether the level affects your hit chance, to be honest. I assume it does. However, in the speedrun setting, there is no way to get more levels than we have currently. That was incredibly unlucky. However, later in the run I can save at least 10 minutes. Well, actually it's more like 20 minutes. Because I'm still practicing. Also, what is interesting, you don't have to activate this mana seed here. You simply don't have to. You can only talk to this man, get Sylph, and go on. Which is what I will do. Also, another interesting point is the mana seeds in this game are not only a plot device, they are actually useful. As in, they enhance your strength, your defense and your magic power, which is why a level 1 Undine will later heal for quite a bit. Which you would not expect at first, I guess. Oh, wrong way. Also, I'm considering restocking in the next village. It will cost me at least half a minute, but I think it's worth it. Because I used so much resources. Yeah, I will restock. Oops. What? I did not see this guy. I knew there was one, but I didn't expect him to be there. Come on, guys. Oh, wow. This is incredibly unlucky. They are simply comboing me right now. Thank you, lady. Also, I have to set his act. What is a crab doing here? He is not usually here. Interesting. Nice. That's one of the most important hits. And those two guys over here... Well, it's only one now, which is really nice. Can mess you up pretty badly as well. Switching weapon to the axe to get through here. Also, as you may notice, this village here is incredibly laggy. This is one of two places where you will notice that usually the maximum amount of enemies is usually limited to 3. Also, in the normal speedrun, you hopefully never have to go in here and buy stuff. However, I feel like I need to here. I used so many things. And in fact, I will actually... Wrong way. That was horribly wrong. So confusing. The boy obviously does not have magic, so it's kind of wasted. Giving him a walnut. Oops. Okay. I didn't take a look on the watch to see how long it took. But I assume it's quite a bit. Also, there are invisible stairs, or actually the carpet on the floor is a stair step, which means you cannot run all the way to the king truffle. Well, my weapon just ran out of charges, which is quite unfortunate. Ah, are you kidding me? He ran right into this. Very clever. Also, I hit him at least once. Wow, he does not like the boy. I hit him there at least once. Come on, switch the correct character. Because he would always start with his spinning attack, which would hit my characters if they run into it like this. Well, practice makes perfect. I hope next time I remember him being there. I'm already glad remembering where to go in this maze. Also, I switched to the boy here, in hopes to get past this section without having to switch again. Then hit him once, move over here, let the sprite cast his earth slide. Yes, it's actually he. And then go on. Because my sprite was an AI control character, it did not block me from going down the stairs right afterwards. Also, I will have to heal. Yeah, I should heal right now. Okay, boss time. immediately got the optimal attack for this boss. And I just wasted it. Oh no. He just ate my main character and pygmied him. Before I do this... Come on. I have to heal Gordon now. Oh, that's unfortunate. He immediately cast on her. I could risk simply slashing now. And I actually won the risk. That was really lucky. That was pure luck that I got the circling spin attack, or however it's called. And at the same time, I forgot to split, at the same time the girl died, and I had to use Cups of Wishes anyways. You cannot one-shot the gigantic worm. However, you can one-shot the next boss, because he's a wimp. Or something like that. So you always have to get 2 attacks in on the gigantic worm. I was really lucky there to kill him. Because he is, for the most part, incredibly random, whether you get 2 good attacks on him or not. Let's go into the desert. You go into the desert first because of how the cannon works. You can only activate the desert cutscene, which is the sand ship, when you fly from here, from Matango. Which means if you would fly first to the Ace Country, you would have to use the cannon once more and move over there from Matango to get into the cutscene for the desert ship. How do I have full Cups of Wishes? Well, in the beginning I executed an item glitch, and at the same time, well, to get money, and at the same time I used this item glitch to get 2 slots with Cups of Wishes. In the first slot of Cups of Wishes I had 2 cups, and in the second one I had the full 4. Now I executed another glitch by trashing an item I'm currently wearing, as in an armor piece, which a very specific setup, and got a total of 12 Cups of Wishes out of it. It is pretty complicated to explain, to be honest, how it exactly works. Your best option would be to simply watch the VOD, I guess. No! You bastard! Also, you get fully healed as soon as you enter the sand ship, so you don't have to worry about anything there. By trashing your items, you can do pretty crazy stuff. For example, you can unequip one of your character's weapon, but he still has it on. Well, the game does not realize which weapon your character currently has, but he knows, the game thinks he is not wearing the sword. It's pretty crazy. What it means in the end is, if you set it up correctly, you can have the sword, for example, or any other weapon for that matter, on 2 different characters at the same time. It's not useful in the speedrun, but it's quite interesting. I'm sorry. I just forgot I had to talk to this guy twice. Because I was talking. Let me through! Oh my god. I'm not good in talking and thinking at the same time. Well... Let's see if I can one-shot the next boss. Would be really nice, because he can mess you up pretty badly with dashing left and right. Also, did you know here was a door? It took me forever to find it the first playthrough I ever did. Rats have eaten all the food! Rats? Yeah, it was the sprite. The sprite is a rat. Also, interestingly enough, despite me skipping a lot of bosses later on, I actually have to fight every single one of those mech riders. Nope, I didn't get him. I hope to get him with a specific attack. Now I have to simply wait until he comes back. It's pretty unlucky that he is so far down. And one shot. That's really nice. If you charge up your... well, if you overcharge too much, your weapon actually loses power. More or less. So you only want to charge up a certain level, and if you go too far, you want to reduce the charge. Come on! As in, charge up again, freshly. No! I did it again! Okay, I saved it. I always want to run straight to Kokara. The problem is, it's not what you're supposed to do. Oops. Ah. I didn't use anything. That's surprising. Also, I restocked. I forgot. The damage does sort of roll over, yes. I don't know how exactly it works. But the short version is, yes, it does roll over. Oops. Also, I throw away the stuff because it's easier to handle it later. Next time I equip stuff, I believe I'm not going to throw it away, because it's not necessary. Also, I don't know if you could call it rollover damage. It's not like it's going to get weak all of a sudden, as in back to 1 damage or something like this. It's more like it's going back to 100, 200 damage. I don't know how exactly it works, but that's about it. Okay, I'm at this, and I went in the wrong direction again. I will never be able to properly remember where to go in the menus. Hit. Oh. Okay, nice. This guy. Those wolves are incredibly fierce. If they want to, they can stun lock you to no end. It's pretty crazy. Like this guy. No, don't speed me down! At least the hedgehogs are no trouble anymore. Speed me down, slow me down, whatever. Nice. Okay, I bought Prostist pretty quickly. That was too early. That was silly. Because I actually wanted to do this. That's why I saved another barrel. Keep the charge. Oh! I actually lost the charge. I messed it up. And now the pumpkin. I thought he would hit me. Or I thought I would hit the boy. Well, it worked out. Saved a little bit of time there. The damage formula in this game is quite complex somehow. I believe the tasters, as in Tool Assisted Speedrunners, still don't understand how the critical exactly works, so they simply brute force it. Also, you don't want to be the boy here. Well, that cost me more time than it should have. You don't want to be the boy here because he is behind the oven after the cutscene ends. Best music in game. Not quite, but it's up there. Sadly, it gets interrupted by this track. Whatever. Also, Ninja Turtles incoming. This guy is always happy to hit me. Well, I didn't go up far enough, so he hit me. Slow down! Always, also, those wolves always, for some reason, always slow down the boy. They never hit the girls. I do not know why. Stop hitting! They do an incredible amount of damage for that we have the most current armor. Maybe the girl dies here? I don't mind. That's actually pretty good. Because then she will not get in the way in running through the Frost Palace. Ninja Turtle incoming. Oh, come on. Although, I would rather have it if the sprite was dead instead of the girl. It would be much more convenient. Also, you don't want to get near those guys because of this. Oh. That's silly. Hit him! Hit him! No! Didn't hit him. Oh. Okay, I got it. those can waste a ton of time if they frost you. It's much easier to navigate this place with only one AI control character. Well, never mind. Sprite still gets stuck. Yeah, the spirit. Wow, the ghost still gets stuck. Now, unfortunately, I have to revive the girl because I need her to use the overcharge glitch. I technically could switch the weapon to the sprite, which would not exactly be a problem. Well, in any case, here I want to get a very specific charge attack again. Let's see if I can get it. Well, that's too far. Well, I got the second one. I wanted this one, but I missed the first one. Then after 8 frames, I think, you get a second chance to get another one, which has equal strength. That was really lucky on my end. Also, no one likes those guys. So let's give them a nice balloon. Balloon is actually the crowd control in this game. There are a total of 3 crowd control types. Frost enemies, engulf enemies in flames, and I have the wrong character now, and balloon, which is the most standard one. I did not mean to press yes. Well, at least I can switch character now. I should not be talking. I should be thinking. Also, the Frost guy can be a pretty nasty enemy if he does not want to cooperate. Like this. And I got the spin attack. And I missed. It does actually not matter whether you get Frost weapon. Because this game has a bug where the element of the weapon actually does not apply. However, what applies is the 10% attack damage bonus still applies. Oh, I missed. That's unfortunate. But at least he's not spamming his attacks, which is really nice. Wait a little. Now attack. Okay. I attacked too early last time, and he was still in his defensive stance. Most bosses have some sort of a defensive stance where you cannot hit them. And I can save a lot more time later on, because my boss fights later were really not stellar. I think it was my 3rd successful run I ever did, so it's pretty early. Also, it's really nice that I have Frost weapons now, so I don't have to cast them myself. Also, the next screen is probably the worst to get through, because it sets you in the middle of 3 enemies. I hate those guys. And I'm past, so all good. Frosted! Which is probably the coolest name for a crowd control effect ever. In my opinion. He did not want to jump on me. Also, you cannot hit those clouds with regular weapons. You always have to use magic, so it's best to ignore those. The AI does not seem to understand this. No! Don't speed me down! Who cares? To Kakara, please. Here you would not have the option to fly to Kakara if you didn't complete the sand ship. So you would lose time here if you went to the Frost Island first. I don't know what's the name of it. It's actually called Christmas Island in the German version. Which is quite weird. But I guess it's Santa, so it makes sense. Who knows? I always forget I have to go one down before I go to the left. However, I do not forget that in this hole there is this weird spider guy. I hate spiders, by the way. No, don't hit them, please. Come on. Don't hit the sprite, please. Okay. Could be worse. Could be better. Also, there is no reason to not cast this on everyone. I hope the orb was in range. It was. No, I didn't hit. I hate these guys. Hit them, please. Those can engulf you in flames, which is incredibly nasty. Which is why I'm really hesitant to go near them. Also, right up here, so the sprite gets over to me after finishing the spell. I could have played that better though. Oh, he sniped them. Also, you have to activate this switch to progress through the temple. If you don't activate it, the following switch will not work, which, well, the upcoming one, which summons the staircase to the boss. No, don't hit him! That's not nice. This switch here would not work if you didn't activate it. Just before I forget it. I don't need magic right now, however, I might as well refill the magic of the sprite while I have time for it. And boss time. Oh, I totally forgot I had this already selected. And he defended, which is really unfortunate. He gets crit. Nice, 2-shot. That's the best you can get. It could go a little bit quicker, but I'm really happy with this. Ice weapons are, for the most part, that useful. Ice weapons do not work against blue blobs, as in those that frost you actually. So you cannot use it there. But for the rest, they are pretty much the most useful. I forget this always. I don't have to walk outside. Really convenient. Also, all enemies here are gone now, which is also really nice. But here, they are still here. Up. Also again, in this sand mod, you don't want to sprint through it. There's always an enemy here, and here you can sprint straight up and you always get to the village. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 more enemies. 4 more enemies, and then it's getting interesting with skipping a lot of stuff. Up to now we did pretty much everything in order. But as soon as we get Flammy, the game gets broken. Also, the boss after the next one is the Jumping Vampire, which is the worst boss in game. Seriously. Because with weapons you can only hit him when he lands. And he does not want to land when you want him to, for the most part. He can go pretty quick, but for the most time he will troll you quite significantly. Stay in the air and cast spells from above. 634. I will never use this 634 because there are 2 tricks. For one, you can actually run past this password guy. However, you have to talk to this lady to be able to enter anyways, because the entrance is closed off if you don't talk to the lady. So you always have to talk to the lady. Yeah, come on guys. Also, those guys here are the worst. I simply wait until they fully split, and then... Oh my god. I only hit one there, which is a real big mistake on my end. And simply get every guy through. Oh! Oh, that was really lucky. I did not expect him to be there. Those goldfish do a ton of damage if they hit. For the most part, however, they have a pretty hard time to hit. You have to get every computer character past those guys one by one. Otherwise, they will always run into the blue blobs there. It's really annoying. But you have to work around this, I guess. Also, the naive rebels, which get caught pretty easily. Well, that's sad. Also, by the way, the door down there is nothing, it's simply an ornament. It leads to nowhere. Just as a little bit of trivia. Also here it's lagging pretty badly in this city. Also those chimneys count as stairs, which is why I usually don't want to run towards them. Also those are the second ruins, which are considerably harder to navigate through than the first ones. With a little bit of bad luck, certain enemy combinations can combo me and kill me outright. However, this usually doesn't happen. Unless I execute poorly, which I happen to do every now and then. Unfortunately, it's not faster to run through this place with 2 controllers, because there are areas where you can sprint for a pretty lengthy time. Want to be the boy again, because I'm used to this. Run past the first set. Oh, that's unfortunate. Come on, guys. Don't take them with you, they smell. Wow. I will heal the girl here. No, I chose the poorly. Wow! I chose really poorly. Oh. Oh my god. I chose poorly where to heal. That was really bad on my end. Oof, that was scary. Because as you may remember, I never saved so far. Also, just to play it safe here. Balloon them. That was genuinely scary, actually. I hate those slimes. Wow, the clouds usually don't attack. That's pretty rare, and both of them attack there. Come on. Come on. Ah. Oh well. Because I'm... well, or not. I wanted to heal with the girl, but that's not going to happen if I don't have any mana. I'm going to heal anyways, because I'm low on supplies again. Also, enemies here don't respawn when you enter from this end of the room. I was lucky to not get frozen there. Really lucky, in fact. Waiting for it to fully spawn and then dash past it. No! I forgot about him. I chose poorly. Don't take them with you, lady. That's a bad thing to do. Fireball? That would not be nice. I got past earlier though. No, I missed again. Okay, I'm through, pretty much. This is one of the scarier places to run through. Because a lot can go wrong. In fact, a ton. Speaking figuratively. Setting the girl in front so she will, well, quote-unquote eat any spell that might come into her direction. Also, I'm going to... ah, come on! Heal the boy. I hope to solve this differently, but it shall work out. Also, I do not want to kill both eyes in this fight, because if you kill both eyes of a wall, a special attack will happen. Come on, open it please. For the force wall... Oh, come on! That's so unlucky. Okay, thank you. For the force wall, it is, he will, when both his eyes are dead, he will simply come towards you, and when you reach the bottom, where the spikes are, you instantly die. For this wall here, he would cast an attack which is quite devastating. It more or less outright kills one of your guys and crowd controls him for a lengthy amount of time. Oh, I always forget there are no enemies here. Good evening. I apologize, I will not try to pronounce your names. I'm pretty bad at this. Also, fun little trivia. If you run into this cutscene with only having the girl alive and the boy and the sprite dead, you will softlock the game after this cutscene because the girl disappears and the sprite and the boy cannot move. You will simply stand there forever, more or less. However, unless you do this deliberately, you probably will never encounter this situation. Also, I forgot to split. I'm doing that much damage by using an overcharge glitch. You will see it very soon again. Essentially, I charge up my one weapon to level 2. That's interesting. And switch then with another weapon. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, and I messed it up. Unless that's a good attack, I will not keep... Okay, I keep this. Come down, please. Freeze level 4 will most likely kill the sprite, so I will heal him. Oh no. Come on. That's not nice. Also, bosses always attack the nearest target. I can only hit this guy when he is on the ground. Which means trouble. In short. I have to wait until it comes down. And hope to hit him. Goyle is almost dead, I will heal her. And I think I dropped the attack. No, I still have it. I missed it. This guy has, I think, 2500 HP. I try to control him with analysis attack because he cannot move during the animation of the analysis. Oh, that did not work. Did not work. Trying to get a good attack again. That's a bad one. However, I do not choose it. if it means I can hit him. Nice. I think I need one more hit like this. Whew. It's not a really fast fight, this one, but as you can see, it's still considerably faster than my last fight. Also, unfortunately, you have to fight his second version of the boss, of this boss as well in the Mana Fortress. You cannot skip him. Which is really annoying. I have a strategy for the second one though, which works out most of the time. It's not that he can kill me, it's more that it takes a long time to kill him. And last time I think I spent 15 minutes trying to kill him, which is an insane amount for a single boss. Yeah, last time I think I spent around 7 minutes on him, or more or less. Not quite. Also I forgot the chimneys count as stairs, so you don't want to run over them. Yes, I don't have to level any spells, which is good and bad, so to speak. Leveling spells would quite simply take too long. Which means overcharging attacks are incredibly much faster if they happen to work. And you can hit the boss, which is a problem for the vampire and some other bosses. Also, if you could somehow get past those guards on the left here, you would skip one boss. It's not a whole lot, but it would be something. Also, there would be no enemies in the whole castle until you get into the cutscene. Yeah, it does save a lot of time. If you would use spells in a speedrun, you would only use one type of spell. Because leveling different ones would quite simply not cut it. No, actually the current SDA run was... They already knew about the overcharge, however the runner decided to not use it. Back then the... what's it called? I knew it would hit. Well, that's unfortunate. It cancelled my charge. Back then, how speedrunning was approached was quite different from today. Today, you want to use every single speed trick there is. However, that was not the case back then, so to speak. Oh wow, I messed it up again. We usually can pretty quickly two-shot this guy. Like this. Yeah, let me put it like this. I think the ROM is now around 6, 7, 8 years old. It's pretty old actually. I was really impressed when I saw it back then. However, the speedrunning standards have risen quite significantly since then. And so his run would probably not even be accepted anymore. That was lucky, and I got past them. Also, you do not have to free the rebels. It's quite simply necessary. Wah. That was lucky again. They are not supposed to even try to hit me. Come on, guys. Oh no. Come on, Spritey. I believe also the run was done on the PAL version in French, which is inherently slower because it only runs on 50 frames per second. The NTSC version runs on 60 frames per second. Oops. I only hit him so he does not hit me. I actually don't intend to do damage. If I do damage, that's a useful side effect, so to speak. Okay. One last boss, and then the game gets heavily glitched. I did forget to split, indeed. Thank you. That's the second or third, no, the third split I actually forgot. Weapon skill? How did that happen? I did not kill a single enemy. How did she level up the weapon skill? This is really interesting. Also, I stand here on the right side. Specifically. Hang on, I need to save the weapon charge. I stand here on the right side. Oh, that's too bad. Because I don't want him to run away, usually. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I missed. Because this boss will always charge into the direction the enemy is, or the character is he targets. Okay, that's that. There would be text difference to abuse. In the Japanese version, the text is significantly faster. However, there are more or less two reasons why you don't do it. For one, opening the menu on the Japanese version is much slower. And for two, there is a bug in the Japanese version where after you defeat the boss, you always have to open and close the menu. Because randomly it can soft lock your game if you don't do that. I don't know if there are any other advantages or disadvantages besides the text in the Japanese version, but that's for the most part why it is. The Japanese version would probably still be faster. However, I think it's pretty much established that you're on the English version. As in, the community of running Secret of Mana actually only consists of roughly 3 or 4 people, which run very, very infrequently. I don't think I've ever used so many fairy walnuts in a run before. Also, I should keep count on how many items I use of each kind. Also, I buy 3 crowns here instead of 2 duck hats and a crown, because it makes equipping faster. Also, it does not make a big difference in defense. Yes, I know about the Wind Waker. It would probably also be faster still to run the Japanese version. However, running the English version is quite simply more convenient. And wrong way again. I will never learn which way to handle the menu. Let me put it like this: if seconds decide whether I get the record or not, then I will consider switching to the Japanese version. But before that, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, I'm still really not good enough to even challenge the current record, as in the current single-player record, which still uses 2 controllers, which I'm not sure how STA is considering this rule. Technically, it is a co-op run because I'm using 2 controllers, right? I don't know about that. I'm getting the Mitch Mallet now, because this is considerably easier to finish a run with the Mitch Mallet. It's not required, however, let's put it this way. Without the Mitch Mallet, 1 in 100 runs would complete. With the Mitch Mallet, considerably more will. Also prepare for some heavy glitching. As some of you may know, Secret of Mana was originally planned to be a much bigger game with the Super Nintendo CD add-on, which is also why it cut a lot of its content out of the game. Some parts still remain in the game, and such a part is the New Game Plus mode. I'm saving here, which is more or less glitchy, and starting a new game. Now for a short break, 1 minute. What I just did there is saving at the Frost Nico. The Frost Nico is the only save point where you can directly land and save with Flammy. Because you land with Flammy, the game does not know where you entered the field because you simply spawned there, and so it cannot save your entrance coordinates into the save file, which means the entrance coordinates in the save file are empty. Now if I soft reset the game, the entrance coordinates of the last room of anything where I am is saved, which means I can warp into every single place. That's also how you get the Mana Sword early, by the way. However, if you start a new game, in the intro cutscene, in the very first screen, something really interesting happens. We are still not sure what exactly it is. I'm soft resetting now. However, it loads you into this room. I want the sprite now. It loads you into this room, which has a very interesting effect. It does not only warp you outside if you enter this room, it also sets your character flag to be invisible, which is a state you don't usually get anywhere. I messed it up over here. Now, invisibility has very interesting effects. For instance, they behave like normal characters do. Come on, let me through, please. But they cannot collide with any enemies, which is really useful. And he will always cast Fleet Flower, by the way. Wrong way. You cannot collide with any enemies if you are invisible. And you cannot activate any screen transitions. Healing reverses the effect of the invisibility for some reason. I'm not sure what it is considered to be. In any case, I healed the sprite, he is visible again and can activate screen transitions. What's now going to happen is quite interesting. Also, this can softlock my game if I'm unlucky. It didn't. Now, inside there, I'm going to switch to the boy, face the left and press B, which talks to the first character loaded into this game. Then I run down here and I'm into the trials. Now, what happened there? You have to know, in Secret of Mana, every single map wraps around, which means if there were no boundaries, you could walk to the left, to the left, to the left, and eventually you would come out on the right. Which is what I'm abusing here, because my characters, my companion characters, cannot activate screen transitions. I can walk past those screen transitions. By talking to Jock, I call my characters to me, and, well, then they get past the screen transition trigger, and then I simply walk all the way down, which spits me out on top, and then I can simply walk into the trials here, which you are not supposed to get in right now. You should actually, technically, complete 3 temples before you... Well, you should get technically 4... what's it called? In theory, you should get 4 spirits, the mana spirits, although it lacks quite significantly here, before you can enter these trials here. But using this glitch, I can get into here right now. The girls, by the way, have 800 HP and the boy has 999, which, unless I get a crit, I will always have to 2-shot the boy. Also, the girl doesn't like to get hit, it seems. Yes. Hit, please. The boy is dead, but the girl is still alive, which is quite curious. Now I completed the trials and I can get to the watermelon boss. Last time the watermelon boss messed me up pretty badly and ended my run. Let's see whether he will do this again. Also, by the way, oops. By the way, this was discovered by me, how to skip the trials. The save reset stuff was discovered since a long time ago already. So where is it? I have no idea where the sunken temple is. I think it's over here. Oh, that's awkward. That's really silly. I can never remember where the sunken temple actually is located at. I should probably get notes and write the directions. Also, by the way, because I don't have magic, as in the required magic to complete the next temple, the Great Temple here in fact, I have to do another skip to skip all the orbs. Oh yeah, split. I'm really bad at explaining and thinking at the same time. Oh. Also, this guy can mess me up pretty badly if he wishes to. I hope he doesn't. That would really suck. One. Oh. 2. Oh, he hits the wrong target, which is unfortunate. Now the Mitch Mallet comes to use. If I use the Mitch Mallet on any target that is currently casted at, the target will not suffer any damage. That was incredibly nice. This boss can hop around a lot and mess you up pretty badly. Also, I'm sorry, I didn't read the chat for a while now. Well, come on, guys. The invisibility glitch you will not get to work it probably would work on the PAL version. However, the problem is they fixed the Frost Nico. So you cannot warp into any screen you desire, which is really unfortunate. Which is also why you cannot get the Mana Sword early on the PAL version. By the way, I have 2 PAL versions and 1 NTSC version of this game as a cartridge. What is going to happen now is interesting. As mentioned, because we don't have the required magic to regularly complete the Great Temple, we have to do another glitch. Now, the current task already skips a large chunk of the temple. However, it would still be required to... I don't need to buy, I'm an idiot. It would still be required to... I'm really bad at thinking and doing stuff. Come on. It would still be required to have Shadow Magic and Lumina, I think, to activate the orbs that are required for the path. However, since we have this invisibility glitch, we can walk through walls, which is another, what's it called? Ability? No. Well, you simply can walk through walls as long as a text box is displayed, which also requires 2 controllers, by the way. Actually, thinking about this, this game is full of glitches. However, in a normal gameplay, and unless you specifically look for them, you most likely will never encounter them. And the second part. Making the boy visible again. Now I activated the second controller there because it's required very soon. It's to the east here. Okay. Now, as mentioned, we can walk through walls. As long as the text box is playing. Which means the god is now over here. Now I have to do something interesting here. I need to get the whip, please. Come on. I'm sorry, I'm pretty... Ah! That's not my usual setup. I can still walk through walls, by the way, as long as I activate an event which slashing a rope hole is activating an event. I have to go down here and press all the switches here, because those are required in a regular gameplay. I go over here before I do this. Swing my whip. Then go like this. Ah. She's engulfed in flames, which is really unfortunate. I'm sorry. That's really not my usual setup, how I handle it. It messes me up pretty badly. No! Stop this! I don't have any leaves anymore. You bastards! I have to press B here. Oh my god, come on. I cannot activate the sprite yet, because I still need her invisible. Invisible. Okay. Wow. I'm sorry, that was really poor execution. That's what I wanted to do. Boah. I lost roughly a minute there by simply playing badly. Well, this boss would not appear unless you hit all the 3 switches in the previous room. Come on. Also, the easiest way to defeat this guy is simply wait here. Come on! And then simply slash him from here. Well. Nice. Come on, lady. Don't play bad with me. Split? I almost forgot. And I forgot what I was talking about, by the way. Oh. Now this fight is going to be interesting, because I don't have any herbs anymore. This fight is incredibly difficult, actually, if you don't use magic. Maybe I got her in a good loop. No, don't lose it! Wow. Because the girl was controlled, I could not activate the menu. Wow! That was really quick. As you can see, last time I had much more trouble with her. Which is why I said I can save at least 20 minutes of simple stuff, actually, by simply executing better. Still learning, still learning. And the third guy. He's up top now. He usually goes there. Nice. And he used the magic shield already, which means I have to simply hope he stays. And hope I can hit him. Also, he's an idiot. He just cast magic shield and then cast speed up on himself. Which, well, it speed up my boy. It's not exactly useful, but whatever. Oh, and I lost a charge. That's really bad. Come on, stand up, please. I missed. And I dropped my charge. That's really unfortunate. It threw me out of the rhythm when he cast a spell on me. Not quite. Let's do it. One more. Nice. Greetings, Gamma Monday. Yes, that's correct. Phase 1 skis. I hope I said it correctly. When I simply slow her down, I have to attack after the spell completes. Oh yeah, right. So after the spell completes, I can damage her. During the spell animation, it will not damage her. And if I would use a damage spell, I could not hit her because the damage flag is already set. That's a bug, by the way. Also, I forgot to split again. Okay. Last time, Nick controlled me here by simply not appearing, which is quite strange. I have no idea why he does that. Now he's here. I landed around 3 times and he was never here. It's really weird. And we are soon at the last stretch. Now, as some of you may know, in normal gameplay you are supposed to go to the Pure Lands now. We will not do this. There is another glitch which lets me skip the barrier. Now, normally when you would now go to the Mana Fortress, I actually don't need barrels. Whatever. If you would go now to the Mana Fortress, it would say a force is pushing us back, we have to leave. And immediately after, the Flammy would appear and pick you up. However, what we can do is something we call event override, which means we activate an event and it will play at the first possible moment. However, that first possible moment is after we land. And so it will simply play the event as soon as we land. Come on. It will simply play the event as soon as we land, which overrides the event that we should leave again. Now, how do we do this? We need to get back to the mountains. In the mountains. Now, as some of you may know, hitting a rope pole does weird things, and actually it activates an event. By the way, she should have the whip. Or he. Now, what we do here is the following. I use the sprite on the second controller to hit the rope pole. I start hitting, and then call Flammy. Now, at the first possible moment, the rope pole event will play, which means my characters will stand still for a very short period of time. Also, you know it worked when your second controller suddenly has control over Flammy. Now, the event will override, and, well, we can skip it. That's that. Come on, guys. Also, something different here from the rest of the run will happen. I will walk with 2 controllers. Come on, baby. Switch. If I do it correctly, it will be faster than walking normally. That's unfortunate. They are casting 2 magics at once to her. I wait here until they gather. Now let's go. I chose poorly. I should have gone the other way. Also, the boy does not want to go on. Come on. Girl has the sword, slashing. Also, because there are so many enemies down there, those blue blobs on the left there will not spawn. Oh, come on, dude. That's why you don't want the AI-controlled characters. Ah, that's so annoying. That's incredible how they manage to get stuck everywhere. The AI simply they always react to enemies, which is the normal standard behavior. Also, an interesting note on the Mana Fortress, you have to activate all switches. If you don't, and Sim somehow skips past certain switches, you cannot go further. Because the game checks whether you activated all switches, and the last event will simply not play. Which is really unfortunate. We have to beat all bosses and all switches. Wrong controller. Okay, switching back character. Now I will do this here. Casting Magic Shield on everyone. And let's go. As mentioned, I practiced this fight a little bit. I want one frame. I got it. This is the optimal attack for hitting this boss whenever he comes down. That's really unfortunate. He's in range. That's too early. Now I want to cast. One more. Hit him. That's bad. I want to wipe as long as possible now. Recast. It hit. It's quite tense actually. Hit. Oh. Nice, that was perfect actually. Recast. That was a bit early though. Should hit. Perfect! Wow. You will see how much time I save. It's not actually as much as I expected, but it's still quite a lot. That was really nice. Analyze actually did no damage at all. The advantage you get is he does not continue jumping, and he has a higher chance to stay on jumping while he's jumping. Waiting for him to get down is really annoying. Come on guys. Nice. Usually a Basilisk is here, which messes up the AI, but he is not here, which is really nice. Don't take them with you, mister. They stink. Whatever. And let's go. Now, what's it called? The spell reflect is still very useful here because Acid Rain actually lowers the defense. So this boss having lower defense is really nice because I'm using only attacks, so to speak. Well, and the boy does not have a shield anymore, which is a bit uncomfortable. So I recast. Well, I don't. never mind. I should have thought about this. This should hit. I think roughly 2 more attacks. No, it was 1 more. Also, after this slime here, you will level up quite significantly, and the game will not continue until you finish level up. Which gives me the opportunity to cast 2 spells. I hope. First one. I should do it the other way around though. Yes, I forgot to split. Okay, let's go. I love this music. Also, here it's really dangerous to walk through. Because those yellow guys can one-shot you. As in, really one-shot. If they hit, they have the chance to instantly kill you, no matter how much HP you got. Oh, wrong controller. Also, almost every enemy does incredible amount of damage. Those black guys are the exception. They are fairly weak. Walk past him, walk past him, walk past him. Okay. Scary section coming up. Not quite yet. Oh, I messed that up. It's really not easy to control with 2 controllers. It's much easier to do this on a keyboard. None of the masks actually spawned, which is really good luck. Oh. Come on, Sprite. However, this crap spawned, which is really annoying. Because the AI does not want to get past those. Got hit again. Go on the second controller. Okay, there is a mask. And this is the main reason why I... Well, I killed an enemy. Also, the screen seems dark. 3 Terminators! Let's go through! Come on, guys, come on, come on, come on. For some reason, you cannot crowd control them. Okay, I got this. Let me check my inventory. 4, which is plenty. I should have done this differently. Oh, let's go. Also, by the way, you can technically soft reset into this cutscene with, as mentioned, soft resetting, which is holding Start, Select, L and R at the same time, and then loading a Frostnico save. However, if you do this, the cutscene will play. However, as soon as the boss should load, it will not. It will simply Dialog and Thanatos, the small version of Thanatos, will simply stand in the room and the boss music will play and, well, nothing else will happen. You're stuck there. Let's see, maybe I can get the headbang to work, which is interesting. I never got it to work though, at least not in an actual run. In my opinion, this is the best boss music of any video game ever. Let's see. Okay, he comes back. It's not the best music of any video game ever. However, in my opinion, it's the best boss music of any video game ever. Also, the attack is not particularly good for here. Optimally, I simply want regular slashes like this. Oops. That was a crit. That's unfortunate. Because I'm losing my overcharge if he balloons me. He almost never does that, so that's really bad luck. This should be the ideas. No! He dispels me, which also removes my overcharge. It's really unlucky. Usually he should attack the nearest target. However, he does not seem to like this idea. Come on, mister. We want to see you fully exposed. How early? Still early. No. No! You bastard! Come back! I'm not finished with you. Also, by the way, if he uses Pygmy's Glare once, it's not too bad. However, if a character is still Pygmid, and then he uses it again, it is really bad, potentially. Oh, that he didn't hit. Ah, yeah, that can happen. Which is why you don't usually want to get near his hands. Come on, I press start! I press start! Yeah, that's why I always keep one character on the side at least. I think this attack would be good. Yes. He really does not like to be hit, does he? That was a fairly bad fight, RNG-wise. However, my execution was decent. Well, I still think it's the best boss music of any game. It's so different, so unique, and so tense. Want to go, indeed. Interestingly enough, the last boss is one of the easier ones. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but also, from my perspective, fairly nice. Now, I think the girl still might have some spell sheet left, which may be not exactly useful. I will see though. Also, we use spear all the way. We have no use for a pesky mana sword. By the way, if you never upgrade your sword, the mana sword will still be present in this fight. It will simply elevate the sword's level to level 8? I think it's 8. Yeah, even in normal gameplay it's fairly easy, I agree. However, I still think it's one of the most tense bosses in a casual playthrough. At least, let me put it like this. I'm looking at this through the rosa-tinted glasses of nostalgia. back then it was incredible. So, well, let's see. I was so scared facing this last boss back then. 2, 3. Little more. Okay. This is a regular slash, which is optimal for this boss. I always keep the second controller in the middle in an attempt to... Hang on. In attempt to make the Mana Beast always target the second controller instead of the boy. Also, I usually don't shield this attack. It's simply not needed. One more. Okay. Let's start this. Oh, that's unfortunate. When he casts, he is invincible. That's 3. I missed. I missed again. How come on? That's 4. 5. 6. I have to do 19 to 20 times. 7. He's really nice. 8. 9. Okay, it's probably 20 now. 10. Interestingly enough, another speedrun of this actually one-cycles him by spamming Shadow's magic. Oops, wrong way. I also heal here, because it gives me enough power to survive his diving attack, this one. You may pet him, but he may bite. That's at your own discretion. That's 11. Oops, missed. 12. 13. 15. 16. He's really playing nice. 17. 18. 19. Wow! That's that. That was a really good fight. I would say almost optimal, because I two-cycled him. Whew. That's that. Thank you, Ixar Godzilla. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I somewhat hate and love the ending of this game. It's such a sad ending. But the music is awesome. Also, the ending takes 7.5 minutes, by the way. By the way, did I mention you can pretty much warp into anywhere with the Forest Nico save, which includes cutscenes. Such as, if I would reset now, I would land here. This field is actually very short, and you can run to the right infinitely. What you are seeing here is they are consistently getting on the same... what's it called? They're passing the same structure again and again. So you are essentially looped the map 3 times there. You'd love to see a full run. Well, unfortunately I cannot really plan when I'm going to run. So I usually try to do this in the evening. I'm in Europe, by the way, so that's +1 GMT. Well, roughly around 8 o'clock. I usually try to start when I do a run. But if you want to see a full run using better execution, you could see the current run of Luigi Meister, which is... let me type it into the chat. He has the current record of 1 player, 2 controllers. Well, it's really a nice run. I love this music. Santa! I think he has it highlighted in his channel. By the way, this map here, the mushroom entrance map, has a very special property, which means if you walk long enough to top or left or right or bottom, you don't simply loop around. You vanish from the screen and suddenly are in a very different location. I don't know what happens, but it's a bit weird. Yeah, Santa is extremely random in this game. But that's Japanese developer for you. I really like it actually as an addition. I don't know, Christmas in this game is a weird thing. But... I don't know. Also, by the way, it's quite interesting. In the next scene, or one afterwards? I don't know. In the one after this, you will see Nico. If you safe warp into the scene with Nico, you actually see Nico walking. You never see Nico walking in this game, and he can only walk up and down. However, he has a backsprite and walking animation, which is interesting. Like this one here. Those chairs are really fierce. If you don't handle them properly, they can destroy you. They are worse than the wolves with the difference that you can simply hit them before they hit you. Every time. Well. By the way, in the intro screen you see the Mana Fortress for a brief second. You can safe warp into the intro cutscene, however unfortunately it's not the real Mana Fortress. It's only a fake version, and the entrance does not lead you to the inner part of the Mana Fortress, it leads you to... what's it called? To the Frost Forest. I really don't know the name of this section. The dungeon is trapped in? I actually don't know. I think you always stand in front of him. It's not exactly the first screen, no. Who built it? Who knows? The Ancients. You could say it's an ancient version of the Mana Fortress, because there are no current monsters on it. Also, disappointingly enough, if you safe warp into this scene here, the sword is not in the stone. So sad. Okay. Well, and the sprite is flickering. Is it a ghost? Who knows? That's this game. G-End. On one hand, I would love to show something off. On the other hand, I would love to actually listen to this music here. It's my favorite game of all time, so I guess that's why I'm speedrunning it. Getting more replay value out of it, and getting to the ground. I know actually a ton of trivia about this game. It's really interesting. Well, let me show you something real quick. I'm now going to soft reset in this scene, which will transport me into this screen, where you can see the sprite is alive! Well, you cannot interact with him, but the sprite is not flickering, so is he alive, right? Who knows? By the way, no music here. It's quite interesting. Technically, in the background, the game thinks you are near the... what's it called? Aqua Palace. So, want some music? Yeah. Stepping on screen transition tiles does interesting things. There is no tile here. However, if you walk here, I think the music changed to the Water Palace. If you step on any other tile, you actually use the specific entrances for the Water Palace. So I'm inside the cave behind the Water Palace. Which is really interesting. Well, and that's that. Certain rooms only exist for a certain amount of time, such as if you would try to safe warp into the Mana Beast fight, you would land in a scrambled and pixelated mess. Well, that's that. Also, by the way, let me show you something. I'm now going to, well, actually cheat. As in, I activate the cheat code, which lets me walk through walls. However, I will not use any other cheats. It only lets me walk through walls, which will show something really interesting. Right here. This is the beginning of the game. You should pick up the sword. However, if you don't and simply go on, you never actually enter a combat state. If you simply go on now, well, watch what happens. The rabbi cannot attack me, however, the enemies also get not unloaded once I leave the screen, and it loads new enemies, which means it overloads the game with weird stuff. Eventually it will execute garbage code, and such stuff can happen. I do not recommend doing this on an actual console with a Game Shark, quite simply because it can permanently mess up your game. I do not know whether it can mess up your cartridge or emulator, however I managed to permanently damage a ROM file of this game. So I would never ever recommend to try this in an actual ROM. In actual Final, wow. Well, that's that. It's really weird what happens. At some point I managed to get my character switched into old lady. Then I went to Lucas Palace, got the old lady healed, and it turned into a zombified version of one of those long-haired girls that walk around. It's quite interesting how that happens. By the way, the game always remembers which menu you had opened last. Which means I can now... Let me show you this. I buy now 1 candy. I now have 1 candy. I go into the equip and trash this item. I do not have any armor equip anymore. Well, however, since I last opened the candy, the normal menu, cannot sell, I cannot sell, I cannot sell. It tries to load the armor. Now I'm going to go into this buy menu, go out of it, and going to do sell it again. Now I can enter this. I just sold my candy. I don't have any candy anymore. Now I'll go back into this buy menu and I sell this again. And the game is perma-locked. It's in soft locked. Nothing bad will happen. You simply cannot do anything. So enjoy the music. Okay, that's that. Yeah, I don't think we will ever discover something that lets us warp into the final cutscene, unless we manage to mess around with exit tiles. Well, oh yeah, it's soft locked. Well, what are exit tiles? Let me show you real quick. Exit tiles are very interesting in this game. Oh. Ha! You cannot use Flammy here. Okay. The inside and out of mana is pretty, well, quote-unquote, simple to explain. Let me show you the exit tiles first, what I mean with it. Now, this game has 2 types of tiles, which trigger screen transition. Oh, I still have the cheat activated. Let me deactivate this. Now, one version is the simple screen transition, which always know where it has to send you to. However, the exit tiles are a bit different. For example, if I want to go outside now, this exit tile will know I entered right here and will send me back to here. However, if I use the magic rope here, inside here, which happens to work, I now entered this room from over here, where I used the magic rope. Going outside will transport me to the spot it remembers me entering the room from, which happens to be that you are now permanently stuck in this room. GG. And that's that. Also for the money glitch. Oh yeah, by the way, that's one of those things that happen when you don't get the sword. It's quite interesting. So weird stuff can happen. Never actually managed to get this far, by the way. That's quite random. It's really weird. Well, back to the money glitch. Which is a good save file? This one. Let me get somewhere where I can sell stuff. It works anywhere where you can buy and sell. Let's simply use the Frost Nico. Because I know where he is. Now, you need to know, in this game, your inventory is for the game in one list. Oh yeah, I only have one character visible. Who cares? Now, I will sell every item I have here, except the ones I cannot sell, obviously. And to know exactly which order my items have. Well, what do I mean with order? It's simple. By now I have 3 items in my inventory. None of these I can sell, usually. Now I'm going to buy one item, which I know is now in the 4th item slot, and another item, which is now in the 5th item slot. The fairy walnut is now in the 5th item slot, this one, and the chocolate is in the 4th item slot. I set the cursor to the fairy walnut, which is in the last item slot right now, and I talk to Nico again. Whoops, I did not want to save my game, thank you. I did not want to save my game, thank you. Now what you need to know is the sell item menu and your menu you use items from, such as the fairy walnut or anything really, are 2 different entities. Which means when I press this cell, the menu is newly created from the one I currently have in for the use item. Now on the use item, it remembered I have the fairy walnut selected. I now sell the fairy walnut, and it will move the cursor to the previous slot, which happens to be the chocolate. Now, due to a bug, the game will only move the cursor once. It only remembers to have selected the fairy walnut where it has to move the cursor. Now I sell the chocolate again. And now the cursor in my regular item menu is still on the 4th slot, which is now empty. Now when I press the cell here again, it will automatically have selected, well, or display the 4th item slot, which happens to be nothing. I can now sell this and the black item appears. I sold quote-unquote nothing, and the item that appeared simply corresponds to the name in code fade at the specific position, which happens to be Blatt, one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Now what you also need to know is your items are actually, from the game's logic, limited to 4. However, it is possible to have a total of 8 of every item, which means I now have to sell this item 8 times to make it disappear again. On the top left, you can see it still mentions Blatt, it still mentions Blatt. Now it's empty. Now this item is normalized again, more or less. When I now enter the regular menu, Flammydra, Midge Mallet, and Trash. Never use Trash. Why? Because it will crash your game pretty heavily. That's what I mean with it can permanently corrupt your cartridge. I think it can. Now also never use the Blatt item. As soon as you leave the menu, by the way, it's back to normal again. Never use the Blatt item because it does the same thing. It executes garbage code and can permanently damage your cartridge. So it's kind of dangerous. So you don't want to keep a Blatt item in your inventory and accidentally select it. Yeah, a lot of things should have been fixed. However, if you think about it, unless you specifically look for those things, you almost never will encounter those glitches. So that's that. Yeah, and it's almost midnight, so I will close the stream now. Thank you for watching, and I wish you good night.